Welcome to Junkyard Haunts, where we turn trash into haunts. This is how you ruin your scissors, by cutting sticks with them. That's probably why I can't cut anything with those scissors anymore. Today we're going to be making another potion. For the most part, I just wanted themes for my potions, and so this one was going to try to be like a nature theme. I was just thinking to myself, maybe if we mix these sticks with these seeds, like in a potion, it would create some super awesome spell or something like that. So that's where the basis of this started. But like all my potions, you just start with some old pill bottles and you just build them up. In this case, I wanted to do a few different pill bottles connected together using this old little clear plastic tube that I found to connect them all, to make it look like each little bottle is separated, but when they combine together it creates something magical. In a little bit I actually add to this potion, so I'll talk about it then, how I'm building this up. And since this will be nature themed, I thought vines creeping up all around it would be pretty awesome, so I actually used the same method I used in another video, my Frankenstein pumpkin, and made some more vines. However, this time it was going to be a lot more vines, so I did have to paint a lot more of these little rope. Next time I'll just buy some green rope. Now obviously we can't have our little Walgreens, hashtag not sponsored, symbol showing through, so I'm just gonna paint over it, and to bring the nature theme out, I figured brown would be a good color. Now I actually paint many coats on these. It took a lot of coats to get through, but I am not showing all of that work. So just remember, if you do something along the lines, this did take a lot longer than you're seeing. I wanted my potion to be even bigger, so I took another pill bottle, painted it, and glued it on to make this contraption even larger. To connect each bottle together, it's just hot glue. Put a little hot glue, squeeze it, and then fill in the edges with hot glue as well to make sure it's very secure on there. To connect them together with that little clear plastic tube, I just drill a hole straight into the bottle, stick the tube in, and glue the hot glue gun to keep it from falling out. When I paint it, I make sure I hide those hot glue gun marks. I thought those would look a little silly and ridiculous in this, but paint covers up everything. For real, these bottles did not want to take paint, so I'm actually going through, this is probably my 4th or 5th coat of going through and just touching up, making sure I hide all of those hot glue marks. Now here's a part that took a very long time. As you guys requested, I am actually not showing a lot of this. This is actually sped up to about 1,000 speed faster than what I filmed at. And even after that sped up, I think I had over like 30 minutes of me gluing these vines on. So just remember, this will take a long time of gluing and gluing. But just remember, the more vines you put on there, the better it will turn out. I just take the vines and put a tiny bit of hot glue down, and then I press the vine on until it dries. The secret is to put such a small amount of hot glue. You don't want any of the extra hot glue pushing out to be visible. Like I was saying earlier, I had to paint over the other stuff, and I did not want to have to paint all the little hot glue that would have been pushed out by pushing these vines on. I wanted these vines to actually look like they were attaching to the bottle themselves and not having little hot glue gun marks that are either painted brown or green just splatched all the way through. Splatched is a word, by the way. You pick one end, glue it, and then start weaving the vines up and glue a little bit more, and weaving it up and gluing a little bit more. I didn't have a pattern, so I was just trying to fill in empty space and actually trying to wrap pieces around to hide those hot glue gun spots that I had painted brown. I just did not like them, and I figured this is a good way to hide them. I wrapped the vines around where the clear plastic tubes connect into each bottle and try to like circle it around to again hide those marks. But I didn't want to wrap the vines around the clear tubes themselves because I wanted those to be seen and a lot more prevalent. But you work your way up, and then when you reach the end, if you have extra string, you just cut it off and then start over. Rinse and repeat as much as you can possibly handle. I spend extra time and extra care on the top lid and glue a whole bunch more around there. Here at Junkyard Haunts, I am so creative with names. I came up with the original name of Potion of Vines. Comment below with a better name and I will change the name of this video. I just didn't feel like this project was enough, and so this was a great example of coming back later and being like, oh, let's just add some more stuff on here. And I think it turned out way better. So don't be afraid to do that to yours. I always like to go over what I could have done to make this even better. But if you have suggestions, write below, and maybe in the future I will be able to improve myself. As a potion, we should really add some liquid in there, so I think that would have improved this, as if I would have figured out some way to add a liquid in there along with the sticks. Even if I just poured some water in there and food colored the water a little bit, I think that would have made this a little better. As always, don't forget to subscribe so we can keep making sweet potions. And in the future, we'll be able to combine them all into a super secret project that is definitely a secret, because you'll never see it. Here we go. Think we can drink it. Oh, nothing's gonna come out. There's no liquid in it, unfortunately.